I gotta get used to the new title. But the caveat is welcome to the show, y'all. I am Blue. Anywho, you can find me on Instagram as Blue Caveat. BLEU Caveat CAVEAT on all platforms. So that means YouTube, that means TikTok. I'm there. So anyway, so let's talk about Sister Wives. See, the show has gotten dry and boring. A lot of BS. So we're going to go down the rabbit hole of Sister Wives, and we're going to talk about McKelty and her dusty ass husband. The rent is due, honey. The rent is motherfucking due because these two now are all about speaking against Kody. Mind you, these two were all Team Kody and, bigging up Kody and all this shit. So this is how you know when the motherfucking rent is due. So we got McKelty here dragging her dad. So McKelty has entered the chat. So she's responding to her dad, talking about Christine and how he feels about her.
I want to forget she existed. And
Rude.
you gotta interact with her kids.
Rude. Interact with her kids? We've got, so oh, messed up. They're interact with her kids? Her kids?
Let's not act like McKelty, this is the first time you heard this man say it. He's been saying it all last season that y'all were your mother's kids. Like, he don't care about y'all. Let me fix this up. He don't care about y'all, and it's evident he don't even see you no more. That's why you're speaking out now. Now you're mad and you need some money because I think he was doing her a couple dollars as to be a part of his PR team and his mouthpiece in these streets. And now that the money's gone, now she wants to speak out. Now she wants to be, I'm for the other wives and shit. Girl, please. I'm not falling for it. You are your dusty ass husband because he didn't even want to speak against Kody. He's still Team Kody, but it's hard to defend someone when it's very obvious that they're wrong.
Damn.
It feels like they're not happy, but what you have left is just more of what you were doing and you had back in Vegas. Like, oh, you spent more time at this house. Oh, you guys did more things. Oh, you had all of this stuff. And it's like, hey, now you have all of that, even more. The stuff that you really liked, you really liked spending time with her, you really liked.
I'm sorry. It's no longer fun for him. It's no longer fun for Robin. See, they enjoyed having the wives in anguish and irritable with them in those family therapy sessions where they sat together lying for each other, covering for each other. It was fun, exciting, the thrill of sneaking around like the husband and the mistress. That's what Robin got off on. There was a clip, I forget which clip, where she said something along the lines like it was an aphrodisiac for her to be going after this married man. And so now that she don't have her competition anymore, he's not desirable because he doesn't have these women that are desperate and that she knows that she's above and that he loves more. I don't even think he loves her. I think he just likes what she could do for him. I don't think that man loves anybody. Yes, he did sacrifice a lot for her to appease her, and I don't think that's a form of love. I think it's all strategic. Like, it was strategic where he would say that he loved the other wives just as much as Robin, so that to keep them off of his ass when he would do obviously favor her. And so the things he was saying was not matching what he was doing. And so that kept them confused. But he and Robin are always in cahoots. They've always isolated themselves from these children. So honestly, what they've been feeling, him and Robin, is just coming out of his mouth now. That these are their kids. Those aren't our kids. Our kids listen to us. Our kids sing my praises and do whatever I tell them to do. And the kids that don't, they push out like they did Dayton. You notice you don't see Robin's son. Dayton, it's been said that he is going against the grain. He doesn't listen to what they're saying. Robin and Kody, he goes against what they're saying. So because he's Robin's son, of course, Robin's not going to allow him to kick her son out. So that's why they did the whole had him in a trailer on the property shit. But he's not listening to Kody, and so that's why you don't see him doing these fake, episodes that the older two girls do.
Being at this house, you basically have 100% of that now, and they don't seem 100% more happy. They still, they are hanging on so much worse than any of the other wives. Everybody else has moved on, And it's like, even though you got 100% of what you were wanting and you were showing with your actions, you still can't get past what happened.
They benefited off of keeping the other wives in limbo. Them being able to keep the other wives in limbo when they knew that the relationship with Kody was over, benefited them financially. They were able to continue to take their money under the premises that we're practicing plural marriage, because they knew that the other wives believed in that stuff. They didn't believe in it, but they knew that they believed in it. And the grifter, Kody, believed in it for the benefit of himself when he first was in these marriages. But once he had the grifter come in, which is Robin, she was able to manipulate him and get her objectives met through him. And so she pretended to be a wannabe sister wife. Like, she pretended like she wanted to be seen as valuable in his family. That was all a facade to slide into the favorite sister wife position. And so a lot of people keep saying that she didn't want to be the only wife. No, she wanted to be the only wife within a family that thinks that they were wives. Like, she wanted to be considered the only wife for sure. But she wanted the other wives to think they were wives, but him not treat them like they were wives. So he would keep them in limbo with the mind games and would, seek coaching from her. And it was just a very sick game that they played with these people.
And so you're having to move and buy a whole nother house as
like running away.
Yeah, it's like a catalyst to try to help you.
They're not running away from anything. Robin wanted a new house, and Kody said it that Robin wanted the new house. That's when he talked to his brother. When the brother asked him, like, why did y'all move? He said, he started to say, he's like, Robin, and then he checked this out. Oh, it's the pain of these marriages. Like, he had to remember that he went off script a little bit. He's not running from anything. Like, he already did what he wanted to do, which was push the other wives out. And he also wanted to appeal to Robin so that he was able to play his game of telling her, like, look, they don't want to be cooperative, so we have to move on from these women. He didn't want them around anymore. He wanted to keep them in limbo. So that's why he would do like the love bombing of Janelle. He wanted to keep his workhorse, the most valuable one, which is Janelle. He really didn't like Christine. He didn't find her valuable, and for real, he just loved rubbing her nose and shit. The fact that she wanted to be with him so bad, he loved that game he was playing with her. But he's pretending like he is upset that she left. He was glad and relieved that that lady left. Anyway, let's look at some more clips of McKelty and her husband, her unemployed husband, because that man do not like to work. Let's see if I can get another.
Buying a larger home, right? And
oh no,
leaving.
This is her. I don't want to have another content person's voice on my stuff. So let me find another clip that she's not doing all that talking.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know what went wrong, but I know that I stirred up a jealousy putting her in this house.
And that's what y'all wanted. Like he said in that clip, oh, I stirred up a jealousy. That's what you wanted. You wanted the other wives to be jealous of Robin. It was like, I felt like they got off on the fact that the other wives were so jealous, in particular Christine. He loved to rub Christine's nose in the fact that she would never have his heart, never get what she wanted from him. And he enjoyed that, and he was pissed that she ended. All right, I forgot to put the video up. Hold on, yeah.
This is the one that has 5 bedrooms?
My wives, in whatever way, couldn't handle that I was willing to fight so much to make sure that Robin was safely kept.
It's because you didn't fight for them.
Such a bad line.
You love this Robin.
You stopped fighting for your other wives.
Dude, this sink is awesome.
I'm sorry. There's things that you do as a polygamist that you have to do to make another wife feel like, well, how is that fair for me? Thank you, Father in heaven, for our blessings. And
the fact that they bring the Lord into all this.
At the end of the day, you have choices. You're not forced to do anything. You have choices.
Alright, well, we better get going.
All right.
And you chose to put the needs and the desires and the wants of one above everybody, including your kids. And that's what it was.
She was pissed. She was finally pissed enough to speak against her dad. Mind you, she was always butt kissing Kody, would never speak out, wouldn't say anything bad, defending Robin because she thought Robin really cared about her, and Robin played her. Like Robin did a good job on this family, not in a good way, but like she did it. Whatever objective she set out to do, she did it, and she did it well. She used McKelty and Mary both in the ways that she needed to. She was able to con Mary into giving her the legal marriage without going after Kody financially. She was able to um, try to agitate Christine by trying to be in the mix with McKelty and her babies, trying to create another competition amongst her and Christine with the grandkids. And once she saw that wasn't working, she discarded McKelty and those babies, hadn't talked to them in forever. And so this is why we see McKelty now speaking out against Robin because of the fact that she got the cold shoulder from Robin. If Robin was still acting like McKelty was the best thing since sliced bread and her kids and was trying to be the number one grandma, she wouldn't be saying none of this stuff. It's all because she's not getting what she wants from Kody. The effort. She thought that if she kissed his butt, that she would get preferential treatment because she saw what it did for Robin. Robin kissing butt and manipulating and, placating Kody. She tried to do what Robin did as his daughter. And when she saw that I could kiss butt and do all these things and none of that would change anything for me, I would get the same treatment as the other kids. Now she's not team Robin and Kody, and because Robin cut the relationship off and she's trying to claim it was mutual. It wasn't mutual, honey. Robin stopped answering that phone. Robin blocked you, just like she did Mary. She stopped answering. And so anyway, tell me what you think. Do you think it's time for the show to go off? I think it is. I think it's time for them to go off TV. I think the Sister Wives, the show is done. It's done enough damage to this family. I don't know what Kody and Robin are going to do once the show ends because neither one of them have a job. And that leads me to this. So on Special Forces, he did a show and he ran into a podcaster who has a well-established podcast. I forget what her name is. And he was asking people what they do for a living, blah, blah, as if he has a job. And he's going to say, that's all you do is you're a podcaster? You have no education, you didn't finish college, no talent. You're on a reality show for in my opinion, verbally abusing and financially abusing women. And you got the nerve to scoff at what somebody else is doing because she makes an honest living. You are a bum who has gotten to where he's at off of the work and sweat of other women and manipulating women through religion with your manipulative wife who has never been a sister wife. Robin, you need to stop that narrative because it's so irritating. And I feel like their whole premise is to gaslight and hope that there's a small percentage of people that really buy their bullshit. And the majority don't. There's nobody, but there's always like a small smidget of idiots that would believe Robin and Kody really wanted this plural marriage thing to work and it wasn't their choice to be monogamous. No. You almost did a bang up job of making it seem like it was the wives that were being disobedient and not cooperative. And so you guys had to separate yourselves from these quote unquote disobedient toxic wives when really that wasn't the issue. The issue was, like McKelty said, he prioritized you, Robin, and your kids over everybody else. And he's not supposed to do that. I'm sorry, a real polygamist is supposed to prioritize all children, all wives the same. And he is supposed to be working on the relationships. And he, so the conversation of the Doggers came up and how he wrote a book and they're able to do it, and Janelle swears by that the Doggers and others can do polygamy. Polygamy doesn't work. It's too much jealousy and abusive things that happen. The women do like Mary, get verbally and allegedly physically abusive with kids, and because they are angry at the other wives for whatever reason, whether it's they arguing or they jealous because they weren't able to have kids like Mary. And then you have the father, the polygamous husband manipulating and pitting the wives against each other like Kody did his wives. That's why it was not harmonious, because he said they were all spiritually harmonious or some bullshit he said, pretty much trying to say that they all understood polygamy and tried to say that Janelle, Christine, and Mary didn't understand polygamy. And to agree, I could agree with that, because Mary, she didn't understand polygamy. She did to a degree, like when it came to like helping and being involved and giving money to the family, but she didn't understand that you don't, because you're angry at the wives, take it out on the kids. That's not normal behavior. Or because you're angry at the wives, or because you're angry at Kody, you don't take it out on the wives. She didn't understand that, polygamy, in my opinion, polygamy doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's not natural. You get jealous. It's just bad for the wives and especially the kids. It only serves the man. And that's what happened. What we seeing now is that Kody ran off with all the money. He closed down the family account, took all that money, put it in his account, and wrapped it up in his LLC. He bought this home, wrapped that up into a trust so that the other sister wives can't even touch it. And of course, we already know that Robin's name is all over that trust, because, like he said, he fought to make sure that Robin was safely kept against the sister wives. Mind you, he stole their money. But we ain't gonna get into all that. But I'm just hoping that they get their karma. I'm just hoping that Robin and Kody get their karma, so that I would love to see it before the show goes off. I would love to see the karma happen where they start having financial issues, and Cody's alleging that him and Robin are not lovers anymore. They're battle buddies and all they do is beef now. And he's so desperate for attention from her that he's up here trying to uh, make being funky sexy. Did y'all see that clip? Hold on, let me show y'all this clip, honey. That man, he just he not only does he have bad hair, he has bad hygiene. And Mary ain't shit. Mary had a girls' night where they was drawing pictures of what was it? Eggplants. They even drew pictures of the eggplant with Cody's face on it, and they was talking about Cody's skid band. So they would listen to these podcasts, and so now they referring to Cody's hair loss in the front and skid band. And the one clip, what's her name? Jen was making fun of Kody, and well, Mary was making fun of Kody being shady and saying how like the man that she gonna be with, they need to be able to take care of their hair and this and that. It can't be looking wild. And then started busting out laughing as if she didn't know she was talking about Kody. Because girl, you've been talking about Cody's hair.
It's important
But I'm
that
just
a guy knows what to do with his hair. Like if it's like long and curly and whatever and you know what to do with it, great. But if you don't and it's just kind of oh my gosh. I wasn't even thinking. That's what made it so funny.
Mary, man, we know. Mary being petty. Mary, I said Maddie. Mary is in her petty era. Mary, you ain't got a front for us. We already know, sis. You gonna be talking about this man's hair. I'm gonna fix this, make it look better. I'm gonna re-record that. Hold on. So this is the clip of Mary and Jen talking. Well, mainly Mary talking about the qualities of a man that she liked to say.
It's important that a guy knows what to do with his hair. Like if it's like long and curly and whatever and you know what to do with it, great. But if you don't and it's just kind of oh my gosh. I wasn't even thinking. That's what made it so funny.
Mary, who are you fooling? Mary, who are you fooling? Girl, we knew that she was talking about him, but the comments is even more funny. Someone said Mary acts like an immature teenager. She does. She does. But he deserves it. Someone said Jen cracks me up. Jen's face when she started talking about that man's hair was crazy. Jen was looking like, oh my God. Like she knows what to do with her hair. Right. Mary, I ain't gonna say no shade, Mary, but you don't know what to do with your hair either, sis. You don't. Barry, you don't know what to do with your hair either. So you shouldn't be talking too much about his hair, to be honest with you. But he deserves it. Like Kody just deserves everything that Mary is dishing out because he's such a jerk. All right, let's watch another sneak peek. Let's see if I can get it playing.
How much longer are we going to do this? Like, for real. How much
It's the throwing the food
longer
down for
until
me.
you just realize that he's an ass? And you can't be nice.
I mean, I realize that
I want a
part.
number. How much longer?
I'm thinking like 6 weeks. I'm going to give it 6 weeks because if this thing is happening with this buyer, this potential buyer, if it's not in contract
I
in
think
6
down.
weeks,
Hold on.
Then you stick your attorney on.
I think down to the end, Mary was hoping that this man would change his mind about her. I think that's why she stayed sweet the whole time because she was hoping that this was just like another time where she was about to leave and Kody sucked her back. And I think right down to this point.
On him.
Yep. Yeah.
It's time for you to end the nice girl era.
Yes.
Like, it's not benefiting you.
It's not.
It's only benefiting him.
Absolutely, Jen.
Yeah, it is. So then why are you doing it? It's like self-inflicted pain at this point.
Right.
Because I don't want to be a bitch.
Girl.
You know what?
You was just talking about his hair.
Join me on the dark side.
You was just talking about his hair.
I just
Stop acting like you like when you was talking about his hair, that was not the first time you talked about that man's hair. You talked about that man's hair plenty of times. You don't really I don't think Mary really wants Kody. I think she wanted to stay in that cult because she was so used to it. But for real, I think Mary been wanted out and she was trying to redeem herself because she got shamed into staying with him because she got caught catfishing. But Mary wanted to leave. And I just wish she would just like get off of this high horse of being the first wife bullshit and just be like, look, he wasn't giving me what I needed. He wasn't dicking me down. I needed some kind of companionship. Though it was wrong of me. We were divorced. When he divorced me, I felt like, this is my words, that the marriage was over, but we had this show. And so I felt like I had to stay with him. And also I made a commitment to this family. So I felt like I needed to stay. And then my child, Leon, was upset and he was really angry with me because of it. And I really felt like I needed to stay. So it was just a lot of variables attached to it. I wish she would just say that instead of trying to pretend like the catfishing didn't happen because she was being sneaky and that she was never going to leave the family. Yes, you were. You were leaving. You were leaving the family because you said at that dinner table, don't be surprised one day I'm not here. Like, you don't just say that. Come on, girl.
I feel like it's important for you to have bitch lessons so that you
Oh, here we go.
can say the things that sometimes maybe you think.
Baby, I'm ready.
But then you're like, oh, that shouldn't come out of my mouth. And it should. It should come out of your mouth. Repeat after me. You do not control me.
You do not control me.
Less smile.
Oh, you don't control me.
Ooh, I like that. That was actually really bitchy.
Bitch.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's good.
Okay.
Get your together.
Get your together.
Ooh.
Okay, I like that one.
Yes. Comb your hair.
Comb your
damn.
hair, Kody.
Damn.
That one felt like it came deep from your soul. I'm very proud of you. Bitch.
Some people don't like her being petty like this and say it's immature. I love it. She needed to do this last season. And that's why people are fed up and don't want to hear about it. But listen, she moves on her timeline. She don't move on hers. Keep it going, Mary. I'm here for this petty Mary. I'm tired. I was tired of doormat era Mary. Now I'm ready for petty Mary. Come on, petty Mary. We only got a couple seconds left on this clip. Hold on.
Where's my money?
Right. Hello?
Yeah.
Bitch, where's my money?
There you go. How's that? That
Was
was
that good?
actually, it kind of gave me anxiety.
Oh, it gave
took
me
it a little
anxiety saying it.
Right.
How
This
much
is
longer are we gonna do
all
this?
that stuff that need to be said. Mary finally is saying all the things that need to be said. Yes, like where's her money at? Stop being nice. Sick the lawyer on him. Be done with it. This all strung out for all these years because they want to be all nice, and I understand why. Because like you don't want to piss on the bee's nest because he had the upper hand. He had his name all over stuff, and he could have just went and sold it right from underneath them. But he doesn't want the backlash that would come with that because then what would happen is the sister wives would have told it, and there would have been a lot of interviews, and Robin's name would have been dragged through the mud. She'd have looked worse than what she is, and so they had to be fair, but they weren't being fair. They want to be fair. Kody and Robin were going to be fair to their standards, and what that means is we're going to make them split it 4 ways, even though we're a couple, which doesn't make any sense. It should have been split into thirds, and Robin should have got a piece of what he has because they are married, but because these two wanted to try to get it done fast, and I understand it, but I don't. I would have dragged this shit to court. I would have made sure that their 50% became a third because they had to pay that lawyer. Okay, you want to mess with my money? I'm gonna mess with yours. Like, yeah, I might lose some money off of this, but you're gonna lose some money too. Because one thing we know about Kody is he don't like to go to court. That's why he tried to intimidate Christine when she was leaving not to go to court, and that they needed to have a custody agreement, even though he ain't signed the birth certificate, wasn't even claiming his child on his taxes, wasn't even providing health care for this child. He made sure he provided health care for Robin's kids though. So, anywho, we're moving in a direction with Sister Wise where we're just going to cover the clips. We're not even going to ru- go through the full episodes. I'm gonna leave that to the other podcast. I don't have the time for that, and this show is on its last leg for me. But I enjoy the clips, so we're gonna keep doing that anyway. What do y'all think? Are y'all into the Mary Petty era? I am. Like some people are like, it's too little, too late. It's immature. Move on. No, she needs to go through this process. Also, we got to remember that this is backdated. Mary in this clip is not Mary today. Mary today is very much moved on. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you leave 5-star rating. Y'all have a good night.